Is propaganda always negative?
No, I don't think it's negative because, like, if there's a presidency election or something, that's not negative because you get to vote for who's going to lead the country.
I agree with what Brad said because most of the time when we have elections and everything, it's not negative at all. It's just trying to persuade you who to vote for and who's best to run or help out the country.
I agree with what Hunter and Brad said because it's not always negative because it can like inform you about stuff happening around you or like elections.
I disagree with what Hunter, Brad, and Ron said because I think during, like, anytime there's an election, there's a lot of negative from, like, one candidate, like, towards the others. They're trying to, like, make them look bad, so they don't vote for them, they vote for, like, they're for themselves.
I agree with what Connor said. Like when, like nowadays, like when they make the videos and those ads, like on like TV, and they're just trying to make them look good, make themselves look good, but make the person that they're going against look bad.
I guess I agree with what like both of you guys are saying. Like all in all, like how you guys think that persuasion is kind of bad, and then like the way they do it, and then how the elections aren't negative. But I mean, like sometimes it can go both ways. Like if you're using propaganda to just help out yourself and like not using negative feedback for others, then I guess it's okay. But most of the time, the government is using like things that people have said in a negative way, even if they didn't mean it that way, to try to like yeah, sure.
I agree with what Hunter said because it can go both ways. Like some of them are good because a candidate, like using the presidential election, like one candidate tries to have their side, like they make their own propaganda for themselves, saying like, oh, I'm really good at this. I'd be a good leader. Then the other side also tries to bring them down and have their side be the winning. They want to be the winning candidate, so it could go either way.
I'd like to add on to what John said. Like, the government puts on like army commercials on TV, and those are positive to join the army. But then, like during an election, there's negative things between the two. But it's positive that you get to pick who's going to lead the country.
Can propaganda be sound, free from mistakes, or showing good judgment?
I think it can, and like what Brad said, the military advertisements. But then, like we were just talking about, there can also be bad.
I think as long as you don't say bad things about other people, it's not negative. Or like if you're not saying that you would do bad for people or telling us false information, I think it could be positive.
Why does the propaganda message benefit?
I think it benefits the government because they put out a lot of the ads, and I think that they probably earn like a lot of money from like when like during people running, like that it costs a lot of money to have all those advertisements. So I think that sometimes they just don't care because they're making a lot of money off like all the ads and stuff.
I agree with what Connor said. Like in the last advertisement, this isn't doing anything wrong. This is just helping out the government. So it's trying to say something to like persuade you to join the army to help out the government. So I don't say it benefits the government.
But it can also like benefit the people, not just the government. Like
if you get a new president, it could benefit the government, but it also could benefit the people if it's a good president.
Like, I basically was gonna say what Brad said, but like, it helps people to know what's going on with the president here, so.
I agree with what Brad said too. Like if somebody's looking for a way to join the army or something they can do to help out, then like the advertisements and the propaganda is really helpful.
I agree with what Brad said because it usually benefits the people, like for the army one, that so you could win the war and then the terrorists won't be attacking, or like the presidential one too, that would benefit the United States for a new president or a new senator or whatever it was.
I agree with what Kellen said, because if people join the army and if they would end up winning, then they would have more freedom. Basically, they'd have more money, they'd have more safety. And that's it.
I'd like to add on to what, pretty much like what Ian said, about like the military, like the commercials, they show you like you can drive a tank or like shoot guns and stuff, but I don't think they like want the people to know that like if you like sign the contract, then you can't like back out, and like they don't get paid well. And now like when soldiers come back today, a lot of them are like homeless. So I think like when you discharge, like when you leave, then it's like hard for a lot of people to do something else with their life.
Why did they create propaganda? To persuade and like, to keep people like, tell people about like what's going on in their life and in the government.
I agree with what Brad said and Ron, because the government wants you to know what is happening around you and what's happening in the world today and all that stuff, and they want to get it out as quickly and as possible, and for a way that all people in the community can know about. So they had to create propaganda too. According to whom?
I kind of don't understand the question.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's happening. Just skip that one then. There's no more.